Hey, welcome to this video. It's Hannes. I'm happy that you're here because I will show you 1,000 songs with just 4 chords. But before we start, and if you're new to the world of guitar, check out my free lessons in the video description under this video. You will find tons of stuff that will be helpful for you to really start out with your guitar. So this video is about 4 chords which will help you play thousands of songs. Now you might say, how can that work, Hannes? I mean, every song is special on its own and stuff, but this is not possible. But I say, yes it is, and I will show you what I mean. 1, 2, 3, 4. Take on me, can you feel the love tonight? When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me. I heard you crying, la 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 la. So just a couple of songs that I wanted to show you share the same chord progressions. And this is an interesting thing to know. Now you might already say, how can that be? I mean, those songs are still totally different because they have different melodies, of course, different tempos. They might also have different keys they are played in, but still the relation to the chords themselves are the same in so many songs. And of course, there are some songs where the order of the chords is a little bit different, but still use those 4 chords for thousands of songs. I should change the topic from 1,000 to thousands, so you know that you can play even more songs with those 4 chords. And I played those chords as power chords, so everybody who might all just joined the guitar world just a couple of minutes ago can join us in this video and follow us, because we will build that up from the very bottom so everybody can follow here, even if you're a bloody beginner. But still, for the advanced players, of course you can play the open chords here whatsoever, doesn't make a difference. You can play G, D, E minor and C and follow the same instructions here. But for the beginners, we start out in the 3rd fret of the E string, the low E string, the string that is the closest to you. And we go through we play actually in the end 2 notes at a time, but for now we will just check out the positions where our index finger has to be for all the 4 chords. So we just go and stick for the index finger for now. So 3rd fret E string, then you go to the 5th fret of the A string, that is the string right next to the E string, 5th fret, okay, and try to jump between those 2. The first struggle might be that you hit the first note, the low E string, and then the second note you hit the A string. So you have to check with your pick which string you are supposed to hit there. So, and try to be as close to the frets as possible. So if you manage that, we go to the 7th fret of the A string, and then to the 3rd fret. So we have 3rd fret E string, 5th fret A string, 7th fret A string, and 3rd fret A string. 3, 5, 7, 3, 3, 5, 7, 3, 3, 5, 7, 3. And take a look at my thumb here. I'm always I play a note, and I release the pressure and move to the next position. Don't leave your thumb where it is and do something like this and be totally under pressure here within your hand. This is not good for smooth chord progression in the end. So really, maybe at the beginning, do a dry exercise. Just make sure you really know where to go. At the end of this exercise, you should be able to do that blindfolded. It's important to use your fingertip here. Yeah, don't leave your finger like this or something. Try to be in a steep angle the thumb here at the back of the neck. Try to close look how my hand looks here and try to copy that on your hand. It should look just about like that. I mean, everybody has a different anatomy, so important is just about the thumb and the index finger should be on the same position. And not the thumb here and or here or something like this, just on the opposite of the neck. So, if you got that, you play it, you do down strokes all the time, always hit the right string. And then we bring our ring finger into position. The ring finger always is 2 frets higher on the next string. So if we start off with the index finger on the 3rd fret of the E string, the ring finger is in the 5th fret of the A string. And now try to be as close to the frets as possible. As I said before, don't have it here, have them here. I mean, you have to train that gap here, that stretch. In the beginning it could look like this, but try to develop that stretch. And then you play 2 strings at a time, as I said before. E and A string at once. Just focus on your pick that you just hit 2 strings, not any other strings for now. You can also play them one after each other to check if fingers are doing a good job. And then after a while you should take a break, give your hand a rest. And do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4. And a rest. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again a rest. And so on. You just train it and give yourself a rest. So, if you did that, and it worked out just fine, do the same on the 2nd position. This is, by the way, a G power chord. Then we go to the D power chord, which is built up like this. Index finger 5th fret A string, as you learned before, and the ring finger goes into the 7th fret, 2 frets higher, and 1 string down. So we have something like this. And then we shift that thing up 2 frets. So we are on the 7th and the 9th fret, and then to the 3rd and the 5th fret. And then you do a dry exercise again. You know, your fingers really need to know where to go, and make sure there's always a 2 fret gap between the index and the ring finger. And make sure they are always on the correct strings. E and A string, and then A and D string, A and D string, A and D string, E and A string, A and D string, A and D string, A and D string, and so forth. So we have the power chords G, D, E, and C. And with those 4 chords, you can play so many songs, as I already played before. Just before you do any complex rhythmical patterns, just go for those 4 chords. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you feel the love tonight? When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me. And so on. So many songs, just doing that really simple pattern here, and you have a good basis, a good chord basis to go through a lot of songs. So now we can make this thing a little bit more wider sounding. If you're maybe having done a couple of steps already on your guitar, you can bring in the pinky, which is making the power chord a little bit bigger, still called a power chord. The pinky is right behind the ring finger on the next string, but in the same fret. So we have on the first power chord, G power chord, we have 3rd fret E string, 5th fret A string, and the pinky goes in the 5th fret of the D string. And then we shift that thing to the position of the D power chord, index finger 5th fret A string, ring finger 7th fret D string, and pinky 7th fret G string. Then we shift that 2 frets up, and in the 3rd and 5th fret, it's the C power chord. If you're comfortable with this, great. If not, stick to the 2-finger version. Now, we can speed up a little bit our pattern by just 4 downstrokes for each chord. Some tips for you if you have struggled with getting a good sound out of your guitar. Of course, make sure it's tuned well. I have videos on my channel here where you can learn how to tune your guitar in a proper way. But also be aware of the fact that you should not hit the G, B, and E string while playing, because this might sound pretty weird. I mean, actually, it's not that weird, but still it might confuse you while you play, because it's such a kind of jazz chord already sound. But just try to just hit 3 strings here. It's work enough to really be aware of the positions you have to play with your fretting hand, and then concentrate on your hitting hand. Your pick technique, that you hit the right strings. This is really important to make it sound good. I mean, of course, if you want to play a song in a different key, you can just shift that thing up the neck. If you say, I don't know, I want to play that thing in a different position. And this is the cool thing about the power chords. If you want to say, I want to play higher because my voice is higher, whatever. I'm a female singer, for example. You can just start in the 5th fret and then go to the 7th fret, 9th fret, and 5th fret. You get the idea. It's always the same distance between those chords. And this is what I said before. Of course, not all the songs I just played in a loop weren't all in the same keys, or maybe they weren't even in the original key what I just played. It doesn't matter, because still those chords have the same distance to each other. They're always having the chords in a certain order. And this is important to understand and to know. This is maybe for the advanced players out there who already managed a couple of chords. So many songs share the same distance between chords within the chord progressions. So this is important to know and important to understand, because this opens up a huge world of understanding and the possibility to remember song structures and stuff. So have fun with this. I hope I could bring some light into the world of thousands of songs. And if you want to check out more beginner stuff, check out my free lessons in the video description. A lot of cool stuff going on there. Check it out. And thanks for watching. I'm Hannes. We see us back in the next video. Take care. Bye.